um, hey, welcome to Ask a Headhunter Live. So you're looking at it as using the AI portion, like you put in 50 profiles and then the AI says, okay, I saw your background as a front-end developer at 7-Eleven. And the next guy, I saw your background as a back-end developer at the Recruiter Roundtable.
Yeah, it won't be, you can't bring in, I don't know if you can do title.
You can do that with Jobin.
Can you? Okay, you probably can do it with title then, I would guess. But
you can do that with Loxo. I mean, the all of the campaign systems, depending on how you want to set it up, right? So we did a video with thing called Go Perfect. There's a competitor Go Perfect, I think it's called Pin maybe. And then a lot of campaigns like Source Whale. Is it Source Whale? Yeah, Source Whale. You can take and use the little brackety things like for title, current company, past company, right? Like Kelly's here now. So Kelly can kind of comment even better on this, right? Because, hey, Kelly, you can comment a little better on this. Brent was talking about a new, what is it called, Brent?
The Growth Machine.
The Growth Machine, and he could send an email by putting all the people's like LinkedIn profiles in or whatever, and it said, I saw your background as a front-end developer at 7-Eleven and thought this might be a good opportunity for you. And I was saying that that's pretty much available in most campaign systems, correct?
Yeah, well,
and go ahead, Brett.
Yeah, I think the advantage to this is, number one, it's easy. It looks like an easy UI to implement. But number two, you can do that, the LinkedIn voice note that I think is completely different. And
because what I want LinkedIn voice notes with it.
Pardon?
Can you do LinkedIn voice notes with it?
Yeah. Which I think is slick.
So I thought you couldn't do LinkedIn voice notes until they were a connection.
Oh, correct.
Okay.
So when they connect, you can have LinkedIn voice notes as one of your thing, and then if they don't connect, you can just have regular emails. But because my thing is, if I'm reaching out to folks, like I want something that I can do for both biz dev and recruiting, and it seems pretty. Number one, the UI seems simple, but I was chatting with a guy today who I found using Jobin and doing that, and after I started to correspond with him on LinkedIn, like the Jobin kept emailing him stuff, and it's not the end of the world when it's a candidate, but if that was a client, then I'd be like, oh God, don't do that.
Why did it keep emailing him?
I don't know. I emailed Michael, and he replied, but I haven't had a chance to look at his reply yet.
Okay. So I did you see, like, this is something I need to get a hold of Michael about as well, because this is one of the reasons why I bought and I'll share it on my screen in a second, because we're going to use Kelly here as a guinea pig, right? So you're on mute, Kelly. So I can send Kelly a message, right, in Jobin, and I can decide if I want to send it to since we're first degree connections, I can send her a LinkedIn message. I can send one Navigator, right? Or I can send her an email, which I don't need to do, right? So I'm going to send her a LinkedIn message. So, and this is where I kind of was excited, because they have these prompts right in here, and I haven't figured this out yet. So it says load a prompt, and then rate for X role. So you're a recruiter talking to a potential candidate, explain why they would be a great fit for job title role. Uses a reference for their experiences at their company as a role for their skills and career path, right? So if we say, okay, so Smart Fields is, I see here, me, right? My name, right? No, hold on, their name.
No, you want to send to Kelly.
Yeah, contact, first name, right?
Comma.
And then, oops, what did I do? Damn it. So hold on. So I go to manage ChatGPT prompts, load prompt. The prompt is this one. And I haven't, like I said, I haven't figured this out yet, because I got, see all these down here? These are ones that I was working on that I completely screwed up, right? So then do I take this, right, and hit copy? that how that works? Hit close, put it in here, right? And then, okay, so show preview. Okay, so how do I, this is where I'm stuck, right? It says, you're a recruiter talking to potential candidates, explain why they'd be a good fit for the role, user reference experience, right? So this is what it's going to, the prompt's going to do, because it says preview, right? So edit message. So so this is supposed to take Kelly's LinkedIn profile and fix all this, right? Whatever it is. And then, because what I was doing was this, I had these prompts like, maybe this is it. Close. And then AI generated. Let's try that. Oh, maybe this is it. Okay.
Can you just hit send and then see what Kelly receives?
Well, this is what she's going to receive, because I can hit this here. So AI generated. Great fit for X role. Right, so select a smart field to add into your message template. So you're a recruiter, and so this is where I get stuck. Right, so we hit shave preview. Okay, so maybe this is it, right? So so here, like, well, there's the icebreaker, right? So edit message. No, that doesn't work either. See, this is where I get stuck. I don't know how to do this, right? Like they have all these prompts, right? It's a great fit for a role. You were talking to a potential recruiter, so be recruiter, explaining why they're a good fit role. Use 10 queries, no request after 20 words, right? So use style friendly. Then how would we? Okay, so great fit for X role test, right? I'll hit save as, and we'll get rid of all this, and then we'll say AI generated. Great fit for X role test, and show preview. We might have it. Let's see what happens. Okay. With a strong background in executive search, talent acquisition, HR, you're a perfect fit for this role. So that's how far we got. Okay. So that's how this works, right? You're supposed to clear this out, right? So edit message, like get rid of this, right? So we'll come here, manage ChatGPT prompts. We load a prompt. Great fit for X role, right? Oh no, so we hit close, we hit AI generated, great fit for X role, hit show preview. Now it's generating. So let's see. No, see? We're doing something wrong. But do you understand? Like, if I can figure out how this works, that's the problem, right? Like,
so are all the things that you just pointed to, are those that you've been working on, that long list?
Oh wait, okay, let me get rid of this. Hold on. Because this is what I was so excited about, and the way that Michael showed me when he first showed it to me, right? There were these like
that right there. Are those the ones that you've tried to put together, that long list?
No, these are the ones I tried to put together here, right? These are the ones that they have that are already made, right?
So, okay, so they've got some pre-made
job specs. Okay, let's do that, right? Maintenance check. Let's do that, right? So AI generated, right? We got this. Show preview, right? So I guess you have to put it in a job. Specialized comprehensive strategic. Kelly is experiencing recruiting consultant with experience and benefits contract. Yeah, see, that doesn't work either, And this is the thing that I didn't understand, right? They have like 3 company competitors. Find the most prominent. No, that's not it. See, these are prompts that don't make sense. I'm a headhunter trying to recruit this person. Can you please give me an icebreaker that tells them a fact about their college? Then ask them if they are open to a discussion. Right, so then friendly, and then contact, first name. This, use first name in the message to address them. Let's try that. So this is it's save as, right? And then so preview. Oh, finally, we got this one right here. Hey, Kelly, do you know your college is a top-ranked business program? Are you open to discussing potential opportunities? Finally, okay. Finally, we got it. So let's see. Edit message. Get rid of this. All these, right? Okay. So finally figured it out. So the chat that I just put in, right? If I hit show preview, hey, Kelly, do you know your college is a top-rated music program? Are you open to a chat? So the idea is, if we go back to these prompts here, finally, Jesus Christ. The one I just did, this one, right? So I'm a headhunter. I'm trying to recruit this person. And then I could say for a role in mechanical engineering. Can you give me an icebreaker, tell them about trial, and then ask them if they're confidentially open to discussion and what would be a good time to call them. Also say that the job pays. Ask if they're open for a discussion. Ask them when a good time to call is. Oops. Ask them when a good time to call is, period. Tell them this is for a role in sales, and the base salary is $95,000 to $100,000 a year, and 3% of everything they sell in a territory that easily does $2 to $3 million a year. Let's try that. Okay, so let's get rid of this one. This is where I think, oops. Okay, this is where I think the prompt, that's what we got to get is work in the prompt. So, hi, Kelly. Did you know your college is a top-rated business program? Are you open to discussing a sales role? Can we chat at your convenience about a 90 to 100,000 base salary plus commission opportunity, right? And then you could say, edit message, show preview, do it again, like, I don't know, regenerate it or whatever, but change it around. At least you're getting kind of like that. And then I guess you would ask it to put in the, if you're going to do this for lots of people, first, then you would edit message. So first name, the first name thing here, right? I think it's how you're supposed to do it. So first name, comma, hey, right? And then let's get rid of this prompt for a second. Come back to here and then say load prompt, this one, right? And then say their first name. A fun fact. Then ask if they're open to discussion. Open to discussion for a sales role. for a architectural for a outside sales role. And the base salary is 100 a year through everything they sell in the territory. They usually just 2 to 3 million a year. Okay, so save and apply, and then show preview. Okay, so hey Kelly, do you know your name means brave in Latin? Interested in a high paying outside sales role. Like this is not enough, and I think it's limiting it to for some reason. And I don't know why. Oh, I know why. 60 words.
This is awesome, though.
If we can figure out how to get it to work. All right, let's try this. Regenerate, right? Show preview. So, hey Kelly, do you know that the name Kelly actually means warrior in Gaelic? Are you open to discussing a lucrative outside sales role with a base salary of $9,500 a year and 3% commission on sales in a booming territory? Let's chat. Okay, finally,
I like
where
it.
we are, right? So now once we figure out how to use these prompts, right? So we can do this with hey first name, right? And then it'll say hey Kelly, right? So we can even get rid of this. So edit message, get rid of this, right? Try it again, show preview. Hey Kelly, do you know your name? Did you know that name Kelly means bright-headed in Gaelic? Are you open to discussing outside sales role, the base salary of 35 to 100 a year plus all the territory sales? Let's chat. And then you can put, here, right? So edit message right here. Tom, or right, 772-532, blah, 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 right? And regenerate to a preview. And then you could probably get it, I'm sure once we work on one of the things, you could say, like into it, also mention her current company name, also mention current company, right? Is not a great, is that that she works there and that she's currently employed, but this company has a better reputation or something like that. Like you could, like, that's what now that I see how it works. Then this thing, right, could be sent to, right, all kinds of people. So we could add Steve Jenkins, right?
Yeah, I imagine that you could just put this in a sequence and then just add 100 people to the sequence.
Yeah, that's the idea. Right? I guess not. Steve's not in there. We can do it to Ernie. Is he in here? Okay. So there's something wrong with Ernie, right? So hit preview. Okay, so there you go, right? It's going to show each one. And when it sends it, hey, Kelly or Ernie, and once you figure out how to use the prompt, right, the message is going to be a lot more, in my opinion, right? If you send someone like, hey Ernie, fun fact, you know that Ernie in German means serious or determined. Enough with the small talk. Are you open to an opportunity in current company, your current location? I'm looking for an engineer, right? And I think you can kind of like all this is done right here. So this is stuff that you want to be geared towards him. That's what I'm thinking as I'm working through this. So right, and then we add it is in custom contact current city, right? So city, work city. It is in work city, and I know you have been at custom field. They're not custom field contact. Current company, right? moved it. Copy. I've been at for a while. But you never know. Right?
Now, these are all for
Now
first
how's it?
generation connections,
What?
right? These are all for.
But you can do this in connection requests. Hey, Ernie, fun fact. You know that Ernie means serious or battle to death in German? You've been sussing out that sales role. And I know you've been at four-wheel, but you never know, right? I don't know if it did grab his company and stuff. And it is in, if for whatever reason, let's take and get rid of this. Edit message, show preview. Let's do Kelly, see if it grabbed her company and everything. I know you've been at recruiting for a while, but you never know. And we didn't have her, we don't know her company. So it's edit message here. Her work city, we don't know. Maybe we know her regular city. So it is in contact.
Home address?
Home city.
Oh,
try that.
Cool.
The preview. No, wherever even she didn't have a location. And I know you've been at Right Hand Recruiting for a while, but you never know. Right. So that's what I was talking. That's yes. Now I'm remembering it. The way that the ChatGPT prompt works is you build it inside of the message, right? So, hey there, Kelly. Did you know that Kelly actually means warrior in Gallic? Right. And then you don't have to have, are you open to discussing dynamic sales role with base salary, whatever. And then you can add current company or title of whatever they're doing into it. Because those are what we're trying to do with the ChatGPT prompt is to get some type of really specific personalized message or two in there. So it doesn't look like it's generic. Right.
Mm-hmm.
Does that make sense? So
yeah,
totally.
Like we can.
I think it would help with deliverability too.
Yeah, I think so too. A lot. Right. So is this? Where's the prompt? So load a prompt.
It would help with deliverability because it will get past the
spam filters.
Okay.
You know, if you send the same email with the exact same verbiage, but just the first names the same.
Yeah, so it's going to say, there's a fun fact about their first name, right? So we start with that, right?
Yeah.
Let's get rid of this here. Hey there. Did you know that the name Kelly actually means bright-headed warrior in Gallic? How about fitting for someone as dynamic as resilient as yourself? How fitting for someone as dynamic and resilient as yourself? Just thought you'd enjoy a fun fact as we chat about potential opportunities. As I learned about you, Kelly, it is, and I know you have, okay, so yeah, and then I got to get rid of this part. So it's edit the message here, and then say, I know you've been at,
so it's the ChatGPT _421, and that's the template that you go to for this particular letter, and everything you add.
Yeah, so when I come over here and look at these, right, I can load a prompt. I can look at some of the other ones I did. Right?
Okay.
But I'm just using one here. So it is in home city. And then we'll get rid of this, right? And then see what it says. I know you've been at whatever company for a while, but you never know, right? So we'll show a preview. And it's going to say, hey there, do you know the name Kelly actually means bright-headed in Celtic? How cool is that? Just thought I'd share this fun fact with you as I reach out about a potential career opportunity. Look forward to chatting more. I know you've been right here recruiting for a while, but you never know. Like, that is as about as personalized or customized as you could get, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Can you use Spintax with this? Because that's,
no, they don't have Spintax as far as I know.
If you're sending a lot of emails out, you have to have Spintax.
Yeah, for this, I don't think you'd do it if you're doing a fun fact, because the fun fact will be different for everyone.
But the rest of it can.
Yeah, do you know what I think would make this powerful? Is if you could put in.
Look at this real quick. Do you know that Adam is Hebrew, right? So that's this guy. and then this is, I know you've been at New Tech for a while, machinery, but you never, like, you're talking, I know it's not spin tax, but think about how different each message is going to be. Because
Kelly,
Yeah.
you're saying that there's like a degree of similarity that it would pick up in a spam filter, the normal spam filter?
Yeah,
Because like 30% of that is unique, maybe 70% is the sales pitch, as it were. Are you saying that 30% or the 70% is enough to get you clocked into the spam filter?
I think that would be fine. I think what the key would be, since it starts off different, but also I think that the speed of the messaging, let's say if you had 100 people and if it shot all 100 people in 30 seconds, then that's something that can get flagged. Whereas if it shoots them every 3 minutes, then it doesn't get caught in the system. It doesn't get kicked out.
Sure.
But if for this to be insanely powerful, well, at least my thoughts, what I think would be good is if you could put a prompt before you do a LinkedIn connection and have that prompt be, if this person does not average at least 2 years per job in the past 10 years, don't reach out to them, or something like that, or I'm doing a back end search right now, and I'm getting some data pipeline folks instead of software engineers. And if I could somehow say, if this person's LinkedIn profile, speaks to data pipelines, don't reach out to them, something like that. So then you don't connect to the wrong, to waste those, 20 connects today, 40 connects per day, whatever that is, on the wrong candidates.
No, I can really identify that, Brent, because like yesterday, and Tom and I are going to be working on this tomorrow, but, in the construction industry, if you're a superintendent in construction, you've got to be very careful when you reach out to candidates, because it might be a superintendent in highway construction, or it might be a superintendent in commercial, and all I want is multifamily housing. And, when you look at their LinkedIn profiles, a lot of times it doesn't say multifamily construction superintendent, because some of these companies that are so huge, they do all of it.
Yeah.
And that's going to be the embarrassing thing for me to figure out, is how to send accurate emails to people who are actually in that little slice.
Do construction folks hang out on LinkedIn? Is that a good place for them?
They do above a certain. I mean, you're not going to find as many carpenters as you are project managers, superintendents, and the like.
Mm-hmm.
Wouldn't you say, Tom?
Mm-hmm.
And there's somewhat of an active construction. A lot of construction groups talk a lot. There's a lot of people who are trying to make their name as
I don't want this here, though. This hey there over and over again, right? It keeps doing that. Oh, no, change it. Look, hello, Greg. Do you know the name Greg is a Greek origin me, right? So let's add another person. Dan. Edit message. Get rid of Greg. Show preview. Hey, Dan. I know, but so I gotta, change, move that up. So edit message. This has to go up here, right? But I got it to. What I was trying to do with this prompt is to get it to change from hey Dan to hello Dan to howdy Dan, right? Keep switching. I was trying to figure out if we could do somewhat of a spin tag, right? So let's see, the next guy, I'll do Joseph Kanzi. Let's get rid of this. And we'll do accept, edit message, show preview. So then it's going to do this person, Hey, Joseph. Okay. So it's Joseph, edit message, show preview. Hey, Rajat. Yeah. This is where it gets you there, right here. Do you know the meaning of Rajat means silver? It's fitting because just like silver, you shine and value to everything you do. Right? That's kind of corny, right? But it's definitely going to keep you out of the spam folder because those are different methods. Now, this guy is going to be, no, get rid of Rajat and then do this guy. Why is it still got Rajat? Oh, that's why. So Tim is for Timothy, which means honoring God, and pretty cool, right? I thought that was a little fun fact about your name. Hope you're having a great day. But it didn't do the I'm trying to recruit him. Because it has to say, I have a great, I'm looking for not, and I know you've been at Tour Tires for a while, but you never know. So I don't know why that changed. Okay, this one did. Hey, Irene, I know you. Irene's Peace and Creek, and no wonder people would name Irene for being harmonious and graceful individuals. I couldn't help but notice your impressive background. Would love to discuss some exciting craft reviews with you. Let's chat. I know you've been at Dilworth and Associates for a while, but you never know. Like, the messages are at least different enough with that. And I'm just using this as an idea, but think about what different type of icebreakers you could do, or different just messaging, right? Like, talk about, like, maybe we could do one that says talk about their current city, or talk about their current role, or whatever it is, right? And then instead of spin tax, it's going to be pretty personalized messages. I mean, the one I like the name because it just seems to be an easy icebreaker to do, right? Am I wrong about that?
Well, yeah, and if you do something that's attached to their name, like tomorrow, I would be sending out, a couple hundred messages to people who are in Denver, and if you had that come up every single time, it might be problematic.
Exactly.
So it has to be something other than.
Can you open the message with? Can you address them with? Hey or howdy. First name. Then open with an icebreaker, tells them a fun fact about their first name. Right? And what else will we ask you to do?
Well, I mean, if you just did that alone, that'd be plenty. And then obviously put the job stuff in.
Yeah, and try to recruit this person. Can just hear an overlay tells them a fun fact about their first name. And let's see how that works. Save and apply. Right. Yeah, I mean, it does definitely. So this is Robert. I'm assuming this one, right? So if we do it again, we're going to get Kawak. So let's get rid of Kawak. Yeah, I think it's definitely, and you could use this on connection request, right? and that's where this comes in here, on the prompt. When you come to here, right, you look at this, and how many words can we have in a connection request, right? So for here,
300 or 300 characters.
No, characters.
Yeah.
So let's say 18 words, and casual, conversational, word name, let's try that. So let's do this one. Save as, and it's this one here. Get rid of this one, and then do this one. I'm gonna come to here and show preview. And there's nothing here about trying to recruit them, though.
I wonder if that has to be within the actual prompt that you've invented, the entire string.
I mean, I did, like, so I'm a headhunter trying to recruit this person. Can you address them with, hey, hello? So let's get rid of this, and say, open with an icebreaker that tells them a fun fact about their name. Let's save and apply. Right, so let's see, preview. I guess then from here, like here, I'm a headhunter, open for a chat. I guess you could do that, but this would be a connection request. So you don't care about the spin tax.
Yeah.
Like edit message, manage ChatGPT prompts. If we go back to that prompt, right? This one, and then this, all that we do is just change this to no limit length. Save and apply, show preview. Hey there, I thought I'd start off with a fun fact about your name. You know that name Dan actually means God is my judge in Hebrew. Pretty cool, right? Anyway, I'm a headhunter, came across your profile and thought you'd be a great fit for what I'm trying to fill. Would you be interested in learning more about it? Let me know if you're up for a chat. I know you've been at Keysight Technologies for a while, but you never know. That's a great message, in my opinion. What do you guys think?
Yeah, I think so. It's you know, you're not begging them, just putting the bug in their ear.
Yeah, so contact, first name, right? And then there's a custom field things that you can add selected smart fields to your template, right? So you can make your own smart field inside a job in. Let's call it, I don't know, degree. And then use that too in there. Right, so let's show preview.
And if they don't have a degree, or if they don't have something that we're pointing to, what does it do?
That's just it. You'll get that blank where, remember I had the thing in for their where they were a current city and said,
yeah,
it's in, and there was no space, there was nothing there.
Yeah.
And I need to ask Michael if we can do spin tax. Look how different this message is for Greg. Hey, Greg, do you know that people named Greg tend to be natural leaders? They're often decisive and confident, which makes them a great asset to any team. Now I've dropped a fun fact. I'd love to chat with you more about potential opportunities that match your skills and experience. Let's connect and see where this conversation takes us. I know you've been especially role models as an SRM for a while, but you never know, right? And that's Greg. And then if we do it with this guy, they're definitely different, different enough. Kelly, are you still there? Are they different enough without spin tax?
Yeah.
Okay. This I don't like. This is the first time it did this.
Oh, he even added an emoji.
Yeah.
Wow.
I mean, obviously going to have to work on this, but that's really cool if you think about it.
Yeah. What would be nice is if the folks at Jobin just like focused on one thing and making one thing great and really usable. Yeah.
Or
I think
have
that's
much better
secret
videos
to
explaining how to
success.
do this. This took me forever to figure out, right?
Yeah.
And you go and look at all the prompts that I tried to work through, right? Like, look at this. I kept doing all this, and I could never get it to work. But now I understand what I was doing wrong.
Yeah. Here's the thing. I don't dig doing stuff like this on my own because I don't want to F it up and then have all of a sudden I send out just crap copy to 100 people and I look like an a-hole.
Me too.
Join
That's
the
why
club,
I
man.
know they're going to have a first name. I know they're going to have a company name, right?
Yes.
Like we know
Yeah.
those two things are true, right? We know those two things are true. No,
as long
no
as
doubt about it.
as long as they've kept their profile up to date, it's not uncommon.
Well, that's the cool
I don't know
thing
how
about
you.
this, right? So let me close this. Right. Yes, I want to exit. So you can do this right here, and it updates the contact, right? And here's the thing I don't understand. Like, okay, where's San Clemente in this, right? So if we go to and look at her, remember it wasn't grabbing that. So if we go and look at
This is San Clemente
her
where
contact
Richard
info,
Nixon's hung out.
Yeah.
home address, San Clemente, okay, that's the problem. So
Nomad.
her city wasn't updated right? So it just has home. I know the job is in San Clemente, California, United States. We definitely want that, right?
Yeah, that would look pretty douchey.
Yeah. Right. So then we need to come and go and look at our contacts. Like, so I'm doing a search right now. Let me tag and get rid of this. Reset. I'm doing this search. Tags. Right. So if I go and look at this guy, right? Not the mini pro. Let me go look at this guy. Durango, right? I click on his contact info. His home address is here. If I click on his address, its city is Dallas Fort Worth Metro. So I definitely want to get rid of, put in Dallas. Actually, Dallas Fort Worth Metroplex wouldn't be so bad. And the job is in Dallas Fort Worth Metroplex. That's actually not bad.
Yeah. I think you just say
Right?
DFW. Here's the like people just say the slang though.
Yep, just DFW.
Yeah. That won't let you do slang.
Oh yeah.
Okay, so this JB Vaught, where is he? So let's do this. So contacts. Oops. And that's their UI sucks. If you guys see this job and your UI sucks. Home address, Dallas, Texas, US, right? So that actually Dallas is going to come up. And that's what I don't understand. Is like Kelly said this, right? But when I clicked on hers and under address, it was here. This guy's here, right?
Yeah.
So hit accept. But out of this, we go to the next person. Can we do this a little better? Okay, so like, okay, let's just pick one. This chick. And we see here, home address, Dallas. Okay, so it did. All these seem to do it right? So if I was sending a connection request to these guys, I could use their city. Hey, I got an opportunity in home city for a sales rep. Base salary 95. You open to a conversation? By the way, your name means Carol of Line or whatever. But I wouldn't use this for a connection request. I would use this for messaging in email. I think is where you would use it. You go to sequences, right? And you'd put it in here where you send an invitation on LinkedIn. Hey, I'm a headhunter, got an opportunity. And then if they didn't accept in, let's say, one day, you email that says, hey, Steve, this is Tom. Fun fact about your name. Gallic means blah, 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 blah. By the way, I sent you a connection request. I want to give you more information about the job. Then do all the job stuff out. If you're interested, it's in your what?
I had one very similar to this where if they don't answer, within 3 days, I sent them an email. Problem was, I didn't check for the first 200 how long they hang until I delete them. And it was, rather than 10 days, it was 10 minutes.
Yeeks.
Oh, gosh.
So I'm going to put that off for about a month and do it again, the same people.
So we added the message note, which is going to be first name, right here, first name. And then, the message about a small message about the job, right? So small message about job, right? And then I usually say with income is what I do. This is my how I do, right? And then TJA 3, right? Damalashio. Like it'll say, Steve, small message about the job. Are you open connecting or have a discussion? Tom, right? That's what I do first. Then I wait 24 hours. Everyone who accepts goes into my short list. Everyone who doesn't gets an email, right? And that email is going to say, right? That's the wrong one, right? But anyway, I'm gonna put in here like first name. I sent you a connection request. By the way, your name means so and so in Gaelic. Enough with the small talk. This is a great opportunity. Why didn't you accept my connection request? Here's some more information about it. If you're open to talking, call me on this number, right? That's my next one. And that's going to happen, right, for 24 hours. And then after this is done, whoever doesn't respond back to me, that's who I'm going to call. All the people who respond back, they're either going to go into short list to get called or whatever. The people who connected with me, they're going to get called. And at the same time, this is one of the things I like about Jobin, right? After 24 or 48 hours or whatever, I can go back into the contacts, right? And let's say I sent all 187 people in here a connection request over a 2-day period or whatever. Or let's say 100 of them. And I wait 24 hours. I'm going to quickly get a couple, right? Because I'm going to see them in my inbox, right? But over the next couple of days, some more people will do that, right? So I can come into here, and when I refresh all contacts, and let me do another one, like, hold on, reset. One that I just did. Right, so I just did this one, right? So this was 29, right? And then let me see how many people are. That's what I like about Jobin, our first degree connections, right? So I click on this, I hit accept. I have 3 people that accepted. I talked to Jabril already. I haven't talked to these guys. I should probably call and talk to these guys. But I also can come in here and go, okay, how many are outstanding? 26 are still outstanding. All these people still have not accepted my connection request. So they should get an email next, right? Hey, I sent you a connection request. I'm a headhunter. I got this great opportunity for a remote position, blah, 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 right? That would be my next step. And after 24 hours from that, then I'll start calling them and calling the people who responded back or whatever. And that's why I talk about my 3 touch points. That's how I do 3 touches. So your job we're talking about, that's what I would tell you, how I'll work you through that. But that's how I do this. And that's a cool thing about JobIn, because now I can look at pending connections, right? I can look at who's open, who was a first degree connection, and then send them a message or an email that says, hey, why didn't you send me a, accept my connection request? Did you not see my connection request? I mean, you could make it as to the point or as friendly as whatever. Like, you may have missed my connection request. And it could be because your name means, and whatever the icebreaker is, and you're too busy or whatever. I mean, there's a lot of ways we could do that, but that's how I'm able to set my things up. And I think with JobIn, what you were trying to do, Brent, with that ChatGPT and setting it up the right way, and that's the other thing too. The same thing is in Loxo. It's the same thing in all the applicant tracking system, is making sure that when we look at Hector, right, that his contact info, if you're going to use, it's Atlanta Metro, right? So I just want Atlanta, right? The job's in Atlanta.
Yeah.
Right? That's all I want, right? And then we click on Antonio, we look at his stuff, United States, city, Atlanta, right? Or wherever he is.
I wonder if you could put in somewhere, just use the city before the comma. Somehow bake it
that's
into
what I want to ask, what's his name about, right? Because like it says Three Rivers, Michigan. Okay, so this guy, if you look at this guy's LinkedIn, it's pulling this Pine Brook, New Jersey, and then it's pulling New Jersey. I don't know why it got Three Rivers for this person, right? But it says Three Rivers, Michigan. Why does it say that? Right, let's look at another one. Greg Hickson. Let's look at his stuff. So it says he's in Atlanta, Georgia. But here, home address, right? We click on that. Okay, good. That's perfect. That's set up right, right? We click on him. Atlanta, Georgia. So it's grabbing this. Whatever's right here, it's supposed to grab and put into, like this says Atlanta metropolitan area, right? So you know what we're going to get for this guy. Atlanta metropolitan.
Wow.
For Chris DeClue, Lexington, South Carolina. Let's see what we get. South Carolina, Lexington. So if the header of the LinkedIn profile, whatever it said, like this one says 30513 Blue Ridge Mountain, United States. Why? Why does it say that on Cody's?
Well, because you probably took that out of that comes from Canbox or no. It can also come from Chatterworks.
Yeah, but why? Like this was strictly the way that I did this, right, is I did a search navigator. Oh, let's look at his navigator. Maybe that's it. Nope, Blue Ridge, United States, right? So let's go back and look at him in JobIn and look at his oh, it just put his postal code in. So okay, so that one, for whatever reason, it grabbed the zip code. I don't know why. Locust Grove, Decatur, like, oh, I know what it might be. Decatur's got 6 or 7 different zip codes, but Locust Grove does not. That must be what it is. Like here, like San Diego. How many zip codes are in San Diego, Kelly?
A bunch.
Yeah. So it's not grabbing a postal code because it knows there's more than that. Bristol, Connecticut, Crown Point, Indiana, San Diego, Worcester, Mass, Atlanta. Blue Ridge, Georgia, though, it grabs a zip code because that's the only zip code for Blue Ridge, Georgia. That's what. So this one worked. Like Woodstock, Atlanta, Oceanside. This guy doesn't have one. We'd have to fix one. And you could quickly look at this, like like St. Louis for Matt Fair, right? We'd probably have to come here and go, okay, let's put in St. Louis. Anybody else spell St. Louis?
STLOUIS.
St. Louis? Oh, I had to put a period.
Yeah, for some reason.
Okay, so that's fixed, right? Crown Point, Indiana. I bet all these are right. This is going to say Atlanta Metropolitan, which I don't mind. So if I was to send all these Icebreaker and their current city, right? So if we message this guy in Blue Ridge, and then put, we're doing this. Now we're doing this. Oh, I can't send him. See, it won't let me send him a message because we're not a first degree connection. But we can still get generated. We can still put in here and still put in current city, the contact. And that's going to be home city. Show preview. Blue Ridge. So it grabbed his home city. Another emoji. And I wonder if in the prompt I could say add at least one emoji somewhere in there that's a relevant emoji to the message. You could really get creative, which I think would help with deliverability. Yes, Kelly?
Mm-hmm.
And if we're not using something like you're using, and I'm going to send out, do this search, how many messages can I send from my normal inbox without causing an issue? 100?
Yeah, probably more. You could probably send more.
A day, 100
but
a day?
The key is really to have several domains that you're sending from.
Yeah, I know that. But like for a guy like me who doesn't do this all the time, would I be safe to send it to these 29?
I'd say a couple hundred.
Okay. So my next step, though, here's the problem. I'd have to go and take these and enrich them, right? And then put them back in to job in with email addresses because I don't have enrichment tools for these. So anybody I don't have email address to, like if I was going to do this, like if I select all, send message, and I'm going to send an email, it's gonna flag whoever doesn't have an email, and it says use preferably private emails. Auto enrich. I could do that. How do I send text? Oh, that's
I have to go, you guys.
HTML5, Kelly.
Right, Kelly.
Look,
thanks.
Kelly.
We did HTML5. Oh, and I found out why that didn't work, Kelly. Sorry. Yeah, so I think that we definitely can. Why does it not have my link? Oh, it does have my LinkedIn account. Okay. So why is it not working? Because that was if I come to the sequences, it says, okay, incomplete settings. What are my incomplete settings? Reply identification.
The things are undefined in your assignment.
Oh, yeah. Okay, so I have to get rid of the condition. Oh, that's kind of cool. Reports and statistics. Okay, so when I go back to the sequences, you were saying that if I come to this, I have to go to incomplete settings. How do you fix those?
Well, just go to your assignment there where it says undefined. Just go into your
reply identification. So if the reply is interested, then tag call SAP, right? And then and then this one here, if not enter, select tag business contact, right? If reply is interested later, select tag recruiter. And if reply is inconclusive, select tag borrower, right?
I don't know. I think you probably have to go right into just go into your green thing there and do it right there. Oh.
Why is it saying?
What is your condition, either under the plus or in the green thing?
I thought it was assign a tag. Okay. Okay. So if they accept, call SAP is what I'm supposed to do. And then I get rid of this condition. Oops. Select condition. So and then get rid of this. Okay, so that's what I would do is like, okay, send an invitation. If they accept, they'll tag, call us ASAP. Then that way I can search by that tag and then drop them into Loxo to call. And then I can send them an email.
Now,
is
that saying call you or you call them?
I call them.
Okay. And it'll prompt you.
Mm-hmm. Like one day apply. So this one here, I could send them 2 messages. Like, so let's wait 3 days, right? Hit apply, and then wait another 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 days, right? Hit apply, and then here would be withdrawal invitation, right? So on this particular thing, right? I put the prospects in, I send a connection request invitation. If they accept, they get tagged, call ASAP. If they don't accept within 1 day, right? They get an email from me that says, "Hey, why didn't you call? Why didn't you accept my connection request? Let's connect or whatever." Then I said, and I wait 3 days. And I sent them another email going, "Okay, my last chance. Are you seriously not interested? Or maybe you didn't see this. Just wanted to make sure before I run away with my tail between my legs." Then I wait 9 days and I withdraw their connection request. Right? That keeps you in the good graces of the connection request police.
Yes. What about this? What about, so when let's say if the person accepts and they get tagged, do you get notified of that?
Yeah. So you could actually do a follow-up message if you wanted. Like you could say, okay,
yeah, that's what I've got.
They accept, right?
Yeah.
So assign, and after they assign that, the next thing you could do is message them on LinkedIn.
Mm-hmm.
Right? So it could be something as simple as, "Hey man, thank you for accepting my connection request. Did you see my message?" But you don't want to, and here's why you don't want to do that, right? So 2 reasons. One, how many times have you accepted someone's connection request and you get a message back almost immediately that's very spammy?
Well, I delay it for quite a while, a day or so.
Yeah.
But then what if you end up talking to the guy in that time? Then you have to go back and stop it. Right? So I'll give you an example. Say I was to say, okay, if they accept my connection request in 48 hours, I'll send them a message. "Hey man, thanks again for accepting. I wanted to find a good time for us to talk." But what if they sent me if I accepted my connection request and responded with, "Dude, I'm super interested. I saw your phone number. I'll call you now." And then they call me, I answer it, go, "Hey man, that's great." And I forget to stop that. Then
Well, I
2
think
days they get a message from me that says, "Hey, let's talk."
What it comes down to is what your motive is. I am only right now, I am not sending out any, "Hey, are you interested in this position?" All mine are connection requests. So I've got it set up for, a day later.
You're just trying to build your network.
Yeah. Yeah. But now that I've got more position openings, I'll be doing a smattering of both, I suppose.
So I'll show you did I send these guys? Let me see. Let me go here. I'll show you how I do it. So LinkedIn tags, must have a connection pending, right? So let's look at this one. If we look at our events, Miriam, I'm a headhunter. I have a client who needs an engineer with experience in cold form steel design, remote position, and this would be working for a consulting firm. Money is wide open, and it's a perm position with benefits. Would you be open to a confidential conversation? That went out to every single one of the cold form steel people I was trying to recruit, right? So I don't want that to follow up with a message in case they call me or I talk to them.
Correct.
Right. So that is like, let me see what I got. Another one. Like here's one for this sales rep position, right? I'm a headhunter looking for an architectural spec rep to cover Dallas, Fort Worth, landscape, hardscape manufacturing company, base salary 85 to 90, around 56 in commission. Open to a conversation. Know anyone? Right? That was that one. So I don't want this to follow up with another message. I want to, what I wanted to do is tag. So if they do accept, right, instead of, and now that I saw those tags, this is a good thing. I could actually just have, instead of having to sort through, I could just run to my tags, right? And the tags, I would make the tag accepted forms, accepted cold form, right? So if the tag was accepted cold form, I could just run right into here, click accepted cold form, right? And then not have to worry about anything else, right? Hit clear here. I wouldn't have to go to the tag of the job or whatever. I could just click accepted forms and it would show me all the people who accepted my connection request under forms.
So you're saying that you make a tag accepted cold form, that's the tag, and then you make sure that if they accept, that's where they go.
They get tagged, yeah. And then I come in the morning and go, okay, I know, let me see who's accepted, right? So I go to my tags and look at all my, they're going to say accepted cold form, accepted Dallas, accepted Chicago, whatever the job is, right? So I just click on those real quick and see if I have any new acceptance. And then I put them into Loxo, right? Or message them right from there, right? Because I would much, if they did accept, then I could look on here, right? I could come on here, look at whatever I sent them, whatever message, like, damn it, connection pending. So like Chase Hoover, I could look at her if she accepted. I could look at the events, right? See that I sent her this, and that's all because it shows you the entire like history, right?
Yeah.
If we click on Chase like this, we can look at the entire events, right? So I can see everything that happened. And I can click on this and say, okay, she accepted. Now I can send her a message, right? From right here, right? Where can I send a message? This UI sucks. God.
So what do you do though, Tom, in that last sequence when you had, okay, they accept and they get tagged. Let's say if you come in the morning, you call them and, oh my gosh, none of their numbers work. Like, what's your system for ensuring that those people don't slip through the cracks?
Oh, well, so everybody goes into Loxo, right? So, and I'm still working through this, right? Because this is kind of changed things up a little bit. But like, let me go to one. And look, you're never gonna get everything, but let's go here and go to this. Hey guys, thanks for showing up. I appreciate it. We'll stream next. We'll see you next month or next Tuesday on Ask a Headhunter. And don't forget, this Friday is our recruiter roundtable at 12:30 Eastern time. And working on it, I think we're gonna have a special guest of Neil Lobbitz from Boss to talk about temp and contract staffing, converting your company, getting into temp and contract, and how he can help you. So don't miss that next Friday, this Friday at 12:30. Otherwise, see you later and smile and dial. Okay, we're out. So I didn't want everybody to see all these jobs I'm working on. So like what I would do,